her first serve. And it's low. It's a service error to get things rolling.
I was just going to mention from Brandt, 9 aces so far this season, but I mean, right off the bat, that's not the start you want to have for the Cyclones. Hawkeyes will take advantage. This is Milana Moisio to serve.
The transfer from Miami sends it away for Iowa. Brandt's there. Attempted dig, but no good. And Brandt's got her first assist of the day after that kill.
Yeah, we're definitely going to keep track of her stats so far. Just 12 away now, but Pam McCune with the kill. Not trying to power down to the ground like that's just a soft touch, and it fools the Iowa defense.
Maya Duckworth for the Cyclones sends it away. Barron on the back line, Amaral to the outside, and Forrest for the kill.
Yeah, Vares has been a big standout player so far for the Hawkeyes, leading the team in kills with 83 as a freshman. Just came off a career high of kills with 19 versus Weber State, hitting a 548 clip.
Expect her to have quite a few of those yet again today as she's back to serve. Libero there for Iowa State, and it looks like an error, and the point awarded to Iowa State. A little back and forth to start us off. I got to ask you, Charlie, we've done our research. We've looked into these two teams. Do you expect this opening set to be as back and forth as we started?
I think it absolutely will be. I mean, these are two teams that are having hot starts to the season, but expect some firepower.
Nice save there from Iowa State. Moisio there. Amaral tries sending it over. Moisio's there again for Iowa. Outside, and just a bit too long there from Iowa's Gia McGrew. It's a point for the Cyclones.
Yeah, McGrew a little too far on that kill attempt there, but you noticed Amaral not set up earlier and go for the kill herself. Look for her to do that a lot today.
Van Gorp the serve for Iowa State. Amaral sends it to the outside. Blocked off Whittingstall. Moisio sends it over. Brandt with the set, and it's blocked by McGrew from Iowa.
How about Gia McGrew doing that one herself?
Point still go. I believe that one was out, so point is still going to Iowa State. My mistake on that there.
Oh, you look at that.
That makes it obvious from that angle.
Yeah, from our vantage point, we're looking across the court, so a little bit more challenging.
An ace there for Rachel Van Gorp of the Cyclones. And Iowa State takes a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, Van Gorp, that's her 12th ace on the season, leads the team.
It's Barrett there for Iowa. McGrew on the outside. Saved by Brandt, set back over. An early whistle, and it looks like a violation will award the Hawkeyes their third point.
Yeah, that was Niley Tia just trying to soften it over the net, but not allowed to do that, and the Hawkeyes looking to climb back into this one, only down by 2.
The sophomore Jamie Marquardt to serve for Iowa. Brandt sets it to the outside, and just a bit too far. Iowa keeps the points. A little confusion from this Iowa State team. They might review the Colts, as you were mentioning there, Charlie. And for Walkouts, that'll be her 71st kill on the season. And now she's back to serve for the Cyclones as they lead 6-3.
Yeah, her and Amiri Hendricks-Walker tied for second coming into this match. Look out.
An ace for Walkouts now. That was Jamie Marquardt for Iowa, trying to keep things in play, but accidentally just carried it back and out of play.
As I was just saying, Collins, that puts her solely in second on the team in kills with 71.
Brandt with it, sends it to the middle, shot to the back line, and too far. Iowa is awarded the point.
That's Tia again. Great power on that shot attempt. Just carrying it a little too far past Iowa's court side. Hawkeyes down by 3.
Now it's Hannah Whittingstall to serve. Tia with the save. And a kill there from number 30 for the Cyclones, Aaliyah Goolsby.
Yeah, Goolsby, a true freshman, leading the team in kills. That's her 89th on the season. Also third in the team in digs, coming off of her personal best 24 kills versus Omaha in a 3-1 win.
See if she can replicate that, as she won't be able to get the serve over the net, so a service error off of the freshman Aaliyah Goolsby. That's the other part about those number of kills that she has. She is a freshman for this team. But now it's Claire Amaral. Serve for Iowa. Brandt sends it over and will hit the net on the way down.
Yeah, Brandt with 21 kills so far this season. Trying to do it herself that time, but unfortunately hits the net, and the Hawkeyes will benefit.
Usually the assist, she's already at 4 of them today. Brandt again will send it to the outside, and it's another kill for Iowa State, and it's the 5th assist for Morgan Brandt already.
Yeah, she's now at 2,992, getting pretty close to that illustrious number.
Keeping a close eye on that. Now back to serve. Amory Hendricks Walker. Sharday Van Zant. Out to the outside. Varas. A dig attempt from Iowa State, but not in time. Another kill for Carmel Varas.
Yeah, Varas again. Great power on that kill, and then greatly set up there from Amaral, and just not able to get underneath that one was Annalise Grant. That one sails out of bounds. Hawkeyes down by 2 once again.
Now it's the Chattanooga transfer. Sharday Van Zant to serve, and it's going to be an error there as it's just a little too long.
Yeah, well done from the Cyclones. That's one of those situations where you could play it, but you're judging it. You're just basically letting the ball pass you by as it sails just out of bounds there. Cyclones first to hit double digits here.
Now 2 service errors for both squads, 2 for Iowa State, 2 for Iowa. And it's Brandt to serve. McGrew there for Iowa. Amaral, Devarez. Back again. Brandt to the outside. Barrett's there for Iowa. Amaral, Devarez on the outside. Brandt to set up for another kill shot. Nice dig from Moisio. McGrew sends it back. Nice dig. Again, blocked by Iowa and out, so Iowa State keeps the point on a fantastic rally.
What a rally, like you said, Colin. But how about the digs from both of those teams? And the last one, I believe, was by Goolsby with one arm, keeping that one alive. And then the block from the Hawkeyes sails out of bounds.
Amaral up the middle, and it's a kill for Iowa's Stojanovic.
Yeah, Saska Stojanovic, it's a freshman and one of the international players for the Hawkeyes, making a big mark. Was named to the Quick Start Classic All-Tournament team.
Moisio's serve for Iowa. Barrett to the middle, across and blocked by Hannah Whittingstall, but still out of play, so Iowa State keeps the points.
And the Hawkeyes have done a decent job meeting those shot attempts at the net, just having a hard time keeping them inbounds.
Maya Duckworth back for the serve. McGrew for Iowa. Amaral back to McGrew on the outside, blocked by Iowa State. Barrett back to McGrew again. It's tipped, and nice dig there. On the outside, Moisio's there to keep it in play. McGrew, the outside hitter. Nice save there by Van Groop. Amaral to the outside hitter. Varas tries to tap it over, and instead is out. It's another point for the Cyclones.
It looks like Varas maybe hit the net on that follow-through. Had a few issues with that so far in this set, but yeah, you have another look.
13-8 lead for the Cyclones. Anna Whittingstall to receive the serve. And Varas again on the outside. Pair of Cyclones there for the block. Outside hitter goes down for the kill, and she'll be awarded with it. Aaliyah Goolsby yet again.
Yeah, fantastic placement. I had to second guess there for a second, Colin. It maybe looked like she didn't even clear the net because of how far down she angled that kill. Fantastic placement, though.
Will be her second of the day. Duckworth again. outside the McGrew, just trying to tap it over and won't be able to. Iowa State starting to crawl away in this first set, as we'll see a quick
career high 24 kills. Cyclones looking to keep this momentum here. They're in Carver.
Definitely carrying that momentum here in this matchup, as that'll be a point coming out of the break for Iowa. Iowa State was on a 4-0 scoring run going into that media timeout, but now Iowa trying to turn the tide. It's Carmel Varas back to serve for the Hawkeyes as they trail by 6.
Just want to make it clear it's Extreme Arena, not Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Barrett to the outside. Moisio with the dig. McGrew, the outside hitter for Iowa. And Gorps there. Tapped over, and it'll be a kill for Pam McCune.
That's now 5 more assists needed for Morgan Brandt for 3,000 in her career. And again, the Cyclones trying to keep that momentum that they left off with before the timeout.
Claire Amaral to the outside. Whittingstall is blocked by Iowa State, but not able to get it back up. It's a kill for Whittingstall.
And a great job by the front line for the Cyclones to get a piece of that one. Just doesn't fall in their direction and not able to save it. And the Hawkeyes now hit double digits.
And your defense as well, though, with Carver. Everything else on a court for Iowa is at Carver Hawkeye Arena. They have a few extra matchups for the volleyball team at Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Long shot there is going to be ruled in, and it's a kill for Iowa State.
Yeah, just inside that back line, it looks like, from our vantage point. But this Cyclones team is not really missing a beat. These two teams are trading points, but still up by 7.
Walcoats with the serve. Receiving was Van Zandt, and a strong hit there up the middle by Claire Amaral.
Yeah, for Amaral, she's fourth on the team in kills, tied for 4th. Going into today with 53. So that's one of her strong points. She gets you with those assists, but she can do it all herself.
And can't you tell it, the strength of that swing there by Amaral. And it's an ace there for Whittingstall.
Ace number 9 on the season for Whittingstall.
You just saw the pop there. It was the first ace for Iowa today. Blocked there by Iowa. Brandt with the setup. Just tapped over, dig by Iowa. It was Whittingstall with the dig there. Brandt again looking for another assist, outside hitter, and Goolsby was blocked. From the back row attack, Varas with the save. Van Zandt on the outside looking for the ace, and going long, and still in play from Iowa State. And a nice tap down, Amaral with the points.
She already had a huge block on this rally, but right back to the other side. And what a way to pump up this crowd. This is a pretty big turnout for a Cy-Hawk matchup here at Extreme Arena. Hawkeyes now only down by 4.
An explosion of energy here from the crowd at Extreme Arena. Iowa trails by 4. Goolsby from the outside. Amaral gluing the Van Zandt. And it's another kill shot for Van Zandt.
Set up again by Amaral for Van Zandt. Fantastic kill, but again, the Hawkeyes disrupting those shot attempts by the Cyclones with their blocks, and not able to save that one was Van Gorp, the leader of the Cyclone team in digs with 116. Hawkeyes send it over.
Iowa's now on a 4-0 scoring run. Goolsby going for the kill there, and just too long.
From last weekend, had a great start off the bat, but after the timeout, the Hawkeyes have pulled back.
A block from the Hawkeyes, and now they trail by 1.
Yeah, that was Stojanovic and Amaral up front there. I want to make a quick note, though, Colin. Van Zandt had an earlier kill. Going into today, she's 45 kills away from eclipsing 1,000 career kills.
And it's a service error there from Iowa, so Iowa State keeps their lead. It's 18-16. It was a chance for Iowa to tie things up, but no more. Iowa, before that, was on a 6-0 scoring run in this first set. Now Iowa State trying to expand their lead yet again. It's Goolsby back for the serve. Hits the top of the net, goes over. Van Zandt on the outside. And Gorp's there for the dig. Back row attack from Goolsby, and she'll get the kill.
Goolsby coming right back with a thunderous shot. Gives the Cyclones a 3-point lead. She'll serve again. Thunderous is the exact word I would use for a lot of this. I can almost feel it from here.
a lot of strength on the court right now, Charlie.
Absolutely.
Van Zandt, outside hitter, goes down for the kill, and she'll get it the count.
Speaking of strong hitters, just talked about Van Zandt coming close to 1,000 career kills. Gets another one on the board right in that middle gap. Van Gorp not able to get the dig there.
Van Zandt, a 5'11" outside hitter. A grad student transferred from Chattanooga, and it's been fantastic for this Iowa squad. Brandt looking for another assist, and she'll get it there off the kill from number 5, Maya Duckworth. That's her 10th assist on the day for Morgan Brandt.
Yeah, Duckworth tied with Hendricks Walker coming into this matchup with 70 kills. They were both second on the team behind Goolsby.
I'm going to make a correction to myself. I believe that was actually the 11th assist, so 2 away from that milestone. Amaral, the Van Zandt, tapped over, and it's a point for the Hawkeyes.
The Hawkeyes keeping things close here in set number 1. They're not going to go down without a fight here. This is going to be a very, very close first set.
What more could you ask for? The opening set of this Cy-Hawk rivalry here in Coralville. Van Zandt with the serve, hits the top of the net. Just tapped over. Varez on the outside, and it's too long. It's 21-18, Cyclones lead.
Yeah, it looked like Varez, a little too early on the shot attempt there, just not able to get it. Yeah, that was Stojanovic getting that last kill for the Hawkeyes, pulling them to within 2. That was Gia McGrew. Just stays on the Cyclone side of the net.
And it's another assist from Morgan Brandt after the kill there for the Cyclones, and she's 1 away from that 3.
Already.
No kidding. Claire Amaral is there. The send to McGrew on the outside. Blocked by Iowa State, but it's a point there off the hands of McGrew.
And what a set she is having so far. This is someone that didn't really see much of a starting action in the Quick Start Classic, but really finding her role here against Iowa State.
And this team is yet to lose on their home court this year. Trying to keep that streak alive against their Cyclone foes. Outside there, saved by Iowa. McGrew, the outside hitter. And just inside it lands in, and it's a point off a kill from McGrew.
Hits that back line, and another kill for McGrew. And she's stepping up in a time where the Hawkeyes need someone to step up. We know they're big-time hitters, but McGrew really showing off today.
McGrew's 3rd kill of the day. 1 point difference on the scoreboard. A block there from Winning Stahl, and Iowa's tied things up in the first set.
That was a really solid shot attempt there for the Cyclones, but I believe that was Winning Stahl and Amaral in there for the block. And wow, fantastic placement to jump up at the correct time, in the right place, right time.
22 apiece here. It's Brandt looking for the assist, and she'll get it off a kill from Goolsby. It's the 13th assist of the day for Morgan Brandt, and her 3,000th of her career. Congratulations to her, as she's reached a milestone that only 3 other Cyclones have in the program's history. As we're quickly on to the next point, Goolsby again looking for a kill, saved by Moisio. McGrew on the outside. A quick whistle, a violation off Iowa State, and we're tied again at 23 apiece. But going back to that last point, Morgan Brandt, 3,000 career assists.
Well, we should have probably expected to be off of a kill from Aaliyah Goolsby, who now, still leading the team obviously, but now has over 90 on the season. The freshman with a nice duo with Brandt.
Serve now, Brandt in the middle again. And a block from Iowa will be unsuccessful. Emery Hendricks Walker with the kill. We were moving so quick here in this first set. Felt like we couldn't spend too much time there on Brandt's assist and milestone. But now it's 24-23. If Iowa State gets this point, they'll win the first set. If Iowa gets this point, we'll see this set extended a few extra points. We'll have a quick moment as they wipe up something on the floor. But wow, what an exciting opening set here, Charlie.
Absolutely. You're seeing now subbed in is Ava Martin. She's normally the backup setter for this Cyclones team. 20 assists so far on the season, but Brandt's still in there as well. Interesting to see what the Cyclones will do.
Match point for the Cyclones. Brandt the setup to the outside. Goolsby taps it over, and they won't be able to get the dig. Goolsby ends the first set for the Cyclones.
And what a great set to start things off for Iowa. The floor here. Iowa looking to tie things up.
Start of the second set here at Extreme Arena. And it's blocked there and out of play. It'll be a point for Iowa State to get us started. A great point there, Charlie. Happy birthday to Extreme Arena. What better place to host this Cy-Hawk matchup this year than its 5th birthday? And as fans came into the arena today, the first 500 were greeted with either ice cream cones or sugary cookies, and I, of course, would know that because I'm always looking for a sweet treat.
Don't remind me about these sweet treats that we don't get right away.
It's too early. I got to wait till later when we can actually go get one after this. Tapped over from Iowa State, sent back with a block from Iowa. Send again, Moisio with a dig. She's been stellar with that all year. Up the middle to the outside and right into the net. It's a point for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, you mentioned Moisio, Colin. Defensive MVP at the Quick Start Classic. She had at least 10 digs in all of the, every single match so far this season. Not just the Quick Start Classic. She's had at least 10 digs in every single game. An explosive start to the season in just 9 matches. She has 38 assists, more than half of her career total, Colin.
Again, the transfer from Miami. She's a senior in her 3 years at Miami. She made the postseason every single year. She's got yet another dig there. McGrew sends it back from Iowa, and out to the outside. Tapped over and trying to get a dig there, but instead it's a kill for Iowa State's Lily Wachholtz.
What I'm finding crazy about Moisio, she's making all these diving attempts without knee pads, which I don't know if you've slid on hardwood without knee pads, Colin, but it's pretty painful.
That's awful. The miscommunication there. It's down to the point for Iowa State. That's a tough one to lose there for Iowa, and I'm assuming Jim Barnes, head coach, not very pleased with that as we take another look at it. Yeah, just a miscommunication there between McGrew and Barrett. But now the serve from Iowa State, hit back over, and it'll be a kill there from Emery Hendricks-Walker.
And Hendricks-Walker there, great placement again on the shot attempt. Moisio again in that vicinity, just not able to get underneath it.
Well, Iowa State's up to a quick lead. It's 4-1 here in the second set. Barrett to receive the serve. McGrew, the outside attack, blocked by Iowa State. Moisio to the outside, Vares, and a nice dig there. Back to the outside, Goolsby blocked by Whittingstall and Vares, and it's a point for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, that front line getting up there again to get another block on the board. Vares and Whittingstall just sails over the net, and Vares will serve for the Hawkeyes.
4-2 lead for Iowa State. They went on a 3-0 scoring run there and had a lot of momentum coming after that first set victory. Vares a strong serve. Goolsby back on the outside. A strong kill for Goolsby, gets the points.
How about the placement on that one? Just getting it in between the Iowa defender and right inside the left sideline as Barrett was right there. Actually got a piece of it there, but that's fantastic kill.
There'll be a service error there for Wachholtz from Iowa State. And I would say that's her 6th service error of the year so far for her. And Iowa with the point there.
Yeah, the service errors have been a little high today, so maybe a point of note for both of these teams going into the next weekend is to try and get them in bounds.
5-3 lead for the Cyclones. Brandt with the assist attempt there. Van Zant to send it back. Up the middle and sent back over by Van Gorp. Shot there from Whittingstall. She'll get the kill for the Hawkeyes.
It's set up beautifully there from Claire Amaral. Who else would it be? And the Hawkeyes get things back within one. As again, great placement and just in that area in between defenders where it's not possible to get a dig.
Marquardt with the serve there. A contested ball at the net. And Amaral and Varas will miscommunicate, and that's the second one that the Hawkeyes have let drop.
It's all about using your voice. I mean, Colin, you've probably played volleyball, at least in gym class.
Oh, yeah.
You always got to remember, one of you's got to say, I got it. You're not really hearing that verbal communication from the Hawkeyes.
Amaral just sends it over quickly. Outside attack, blocked by Whittingstall. Sent over by Brandt. Van Zandt, and hits it way too far. It's a simple point for the Cyclones.
Yeah, a little bit too early on the contact there from Van Zandt. Already a couple kills today, but not able to keep that one in bounds as that one sails over the Cyclones.
Tapped over by Amaral, and it'll be a point for Iowa. 7-5 lead now for the Cyclones, and after that first set, Iowa State came away with a strong opening victory. What have you seen from Iowa in the second set? Have you seen them adjust anything so far to try to get on top in the second set?
It's mostly just improvements everywhere where they can. We've seen it in the digs. We've seen it in terms of kill placement, as we see right there. Speaking of, Van Zandt getting one. Van Gorp not able to keep that one in bounds, but as I was saying, Colin, it's kind of just everywhere. There's nothing specifically that's standing out to me right away, but again, if you just keep up with the better communication as this goes on, you'll be right back in it.
Well, a chance for Iowa to tie things up, and instead a service error from Hannah Whittingstall makes it 8-6 for Iowa State. That'll be the fourth service error of the day from Iowa, and the seventh in total as Iowa State has 3 of their own. And now back to serve. Marie Hendricks-Walker. And it looks like another service error. We're tied at 4 apiece.
I mean, I already talked about it, Colin. It's a wonder that they can't hear me from the press box here. Man, this is something.
No announcer's jinx in that perspective today so far. Moisio's there to receive the kill shot, and Moisio will send it back, or at least attempt to. It was a little short. Moisio the outside. Van Zandt with a shot and a kill for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
You saw Moisio's reaction from that kill from Van Zandt, almost gasping as to how powerful this shot is. Again, great placement, but holy cow. What power and precision.
Up the middle for the Cyclones. Big there from Iowa, and sent just out. It'll be a point for Iowa State. It's a few errors. That's keeping them back and forth in this. A 1-point lead for the Cyclones, and while we're talking about service errors, Charlie, took a quick look at it, and now they have 69 service errors on the year this season. The Cyclones do. That is 69 service errors.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty strong number there.
It's a pretty strong number, but I mean, with a 7-1 record, that's probably one of the numbers that you keep in mind, that if we get that number down a little bit, it's not much stopping the Cyclones team.
Not very unfamiliar with them so far. Definitely a number that jumped out at me when I saw it. And as Varas wasn't able to get to it in time and tap it over, it's another point from the Cyclones off an Iowa miscommunication.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times from Amaral. We saw that earlier in the first set where she places that set just a little too far in front of the net where Varas can't make a play on it.
Well, it's Brandt back to serve for Iowa State. Received. And now Van Zandt on the outside. Sent back by Goolsby. Received by Moisio. Outside attack from Iowa State. Van Zandt on the outside, taps it over. Dig there by Van Gorp. A dig again by Amaral, but won't be saved, and Iowa State gets the point.
Juggling it up with the Hawkeyes, trying to keep that one in play, just not enough support. I mean, that initial kill in the right place, and the Hawkeyes It's a yard sale there on the court, just trying to keep that one up. Not able to do so, though.
I like that one, a little yard sale on the court. I like that.
I feel like I've been overusing it a little bit lately, but
I haven't heard
it worked in that scenario.
I'll take it. I haven't heard it yet, so I'll take it. We have fun here on Big Ten Plus. We thank you again for joining us for this highly anticipated matchup between Iowa State and Iowa as we clean up a few things on the court and get ready to see Morgan Brantz serve for the Cyclones. Reminder, they won that opening set 25-23. And now it's Stojanovic with the kill for Iowa.
Amaral right in the middle of things once again. And Stojanovic again, great power on this kill. Tip there in front by Pam McCune. And that front line just not able to send it back over.
Van Zandt with the serve. And sent quickly over by McCune for Iowa State, and she'll get the kill.
And she had that block attempt on the previous point, but coming right back with a strong kill. Set up by who else?
Quick substitution for Iowa. Barrett comes in for Van Zandt. And Iowa State's Duckworth, Maya Duckworth that is, set up for the serve. Amaral sends it to the outside. McGrew blocked by a couple of Cyclones. Varez again from the outside. Tap back over. Duckworth keeps it alive. Moisio to receive. And tapped over by Stojanovic, and she's got some swagger with the point.
Few fantastic digs, but earlier in that rally, a huge scramble over on our side, but Stojanovic right in that gap.
Looks like head coach for Iowa State, Christy Johnson-Lynch, is having a quick conversation with an official.
You know what they're looking at, Colin? That earlier scrum, like I talked about just now, it looked like Stojanovic possibly made contact 2 times in a row, which would be a violation. That's maybe what Johnson-Lynch is arguing here, and it looks like we are going to look it over here.
Saying, that was one hit. That was one hit. But nonetheless, the next point is underway. Moisio with the serve. And McCune taps it over. Dig by Moisio again. Outside the Goolsby, blocked by Iowa, and it's just out of play. Iowa State point.
Yeah, another block attempt for the Hawkeyes, just not able to keep it in bounds. We've seen that come up a few times as that one goes off of winning stall just outside.
And Gorp, a strong serve. Outside the Varas. Another outside sack by Goolsby. And it looks like it's just out. But a violation on Iowa will still award the Cyclones the point.
Yeah, now up by 4, now 14-10. Cyclones will continue to serve. This is Rachel Van Gorp.
Van Gorp got back, trying to send this to immediate timeout and give the Cyclones a 5-point lead. McGrew had other plans, but it was saved by Van Gorp. And just lands in. It's a kill for Goolsby, and Iowa State takes a 15-10 lead. That'll send us to immediate timeout. Pulling away in the second set.
Yeah, timeout called for the Hawkeyes, and this will be the time to do it, down by 8. And I mean, It's been all Cyclones since we've been back.
Huge scoring run from Iowa State, and then they score 3 more out the gate from the media timeout with the serve for Iowa State. Everyone's excited for play here as it's another kill there from Amory for Iowa State.
Yeah, that's Amory Hendricks-Walker. I mean, that dig attempt from the Hawkeyes sails over the net, but a powerful kill right back.
She's moving quick already. Another serve, 19-10 lead. And it looks like it outside from Iowa there. Iowa State now leads 20-10 in the second set. It's another timeout called by Jim Barnes and his squad trying to regroup everything.
Yeah, it seems that things have not changed as McGrew gets a little under that shot.
And in the second set after Iowa State claimed the first one, 25-23. Van Gorp's back to serve for the Cyclones. Keeping this game at a quick pace, and it's an ace out of the timeouts for the Cyclones.
So this is now a 9-0 scoring run for Iowa State. And I mean, Van Gorp has done her part fantastically for this Cyclones squad, and Iowa State's trying to get out of this set in a hurry.
Well, it seemed like it was a little back and forth, like the first set at the beginning here, the second set, and I mean, what's gone wrong for Iowa after the back and forth? We'll talk about it after this. Pointer Varez with the kill blocked there by Iowa State, and no chance to return it. Iowa State makes it a 12-point lead, 22-10.
And that was great kill placement again for the Cyclones, but it's really, Colin, it's hard to find out what specifically is dragging this Hawkeyes team through the mud right now, but down by 12 now. This will be a miracle to come back in this one.
I want to point out, too, we were talking about Morgan Brandt's assists as she reached 3,000 on her career. She is way past that, and she now has 24 on the day, as it's going to be a service error from the Cyclones, and it's Iowa's first point in about 10 attempts.
Yeah, it took we had a media timeout and 2 other timeouts from Iowa before the Hawkeyes got another point. They cut the lead in half.
22-11, and it's a service error in return from Carmel Varez, and gives the Cyclones the ball right back.
I mean, we talk about things to improve from this match so far, Colin. I mean, we've been talking about it all match so far. The service errors, specifically for Iowa, they've been killers.
Ava Martin back to serve. Amaral to the outside. Van Gorp there with the dig. Back row attack. And there the return is Barrett. Set over by Amaral, and that's an electric point for the Hawkeyes, trying to get anything going for them.
Yeah, attacking the far side of Iowa State's court. That was Niley Tia in the back there. Can't make a play on it. Powerful swing from Amaral.
Now 23-12, the Cyclones lead the second set. And now back to serve is Marquardt for Iowa. Sends it away. And an attempt at a block there, but no good. Amory Hendricks-Walker with the kill.
Yeah, Hendricks-Walker, powerful swing. Gets through the Hawkeye wall there. And a set point now for Iowa State. If they can get away this set in commanding fashion, that's a big momentum boost.
That's Hendricks-Walker's 7th kill on the day. Serves away on the match point. Blocked there by the Cyclones, but out of play. Iowa keeps this set alive. It's 24-13.
Yeah, it looked like it sort of like rolled on the net and carried itself out of bounds from our angle. That's what it looked like, but Hawkeyes saying they're not done quite yet.
Serve away. A service error, and that'll do it for the second set of action. Iowa State claims a strong victory in commanding fashion.
Hitting percentage, that's 10th in the nation and 1st in the Big 12.
We're just underway now here for the third set at Extreme Arena. Van Zant to send it over for Iowa. Outside attack, and it's blocked by Whittingstall and Van Zant. Iowa's got the opening points.
Yeah. That's a fantastic way to start things off for the Hawkeyes after what was a rough start to the second set. And great block there from Van Zandt. Hawkeyes strike first.
Whittingstall sends it away. Outside from Brandt. And it's just outside on the attack there from Wachholtz. And Iowa leads 2-0.
Yeah, another error here for the Cyclones. And I mean, going back to those statistics we talked about earlier, Colin, Pam McCune leads the Big 12 in a hitting clip, but Tierney Jackson, who hasn't seen much action today, second with a .436.
Got a lot of talent on the Cyclone side, but Iowa now takes a 3-0 lead to start off this third set. That's massive after the momentum that Iowa State was picking up in the second set.
I mean, we talked about it before the match began, Colin. We were somewhat expecting this to not go only 3 sets. How about that?
It's an ace there for Whittingstall.
We figured the Hawkeyes, after losing set 1, would get at least 1 set back here against the Cyclones. But I mean, after how set 2 ended, it didn't look great, but they're already on a 4-0 run.
That's the second ace today from Iowa, compared to Iowa State's 4. Now we'll see a rally attempt here, and it's a kill from Wachholtz. Iowa State's on the board.
Yeah, answering back after not keeping one inbounds earlier. Gets this one right down the middle, right at the front court of the Hawkeyes side. Set up beautifully once again from Morgan Brandt.
Iowa leads 4-1 here in the third set. Maya Duckworth to send it away. Amaral to the outside. Van Zandt sends it too far, and Iowa State cuts the deficit in half.
And that's been an issue for the Hawkeyes throughout this match. We've seen a few shot attempts. They make contact a little too early in there from Van Zandt. Just can't keep it inbounds and can't get it down.
Van Zandt with the outside attack. And it'll be a kill there. She slashes another one for Iowa.
And like I just talked about, Colin, that was the opposite. Hitting it at a perfect time there. Cyclones can't make a play on it. As we have another look off the fingertips of a few Cyclones, and Van Zandt gets another one on the board for the Hawkeyes.
I feel like we've seen that a couple times where Van Zandt just missed it and came right back with a perfect hit. An outside attack is blocked and just over the net, and I'll go a point for the Cyclone. No, a point for Iowa. That one was just out. Excuse me for that.
Yeah, scramble for. I mean, that's on the far side. So it maybe looked like the Hawkeyes make contact. Officials say they don't.
You're giving me too much credit there, Charlie. Back row attack from Tia, and instead a block from Iowa, and they are now lead 7-2.
Varez and Stojanovic there on the front line.
Action between the Hawkeyes and Cyclones. Iowa currently leads 7-2 over Iowa State in this third set, though Iowa State claimed victory in the opening 2 sets of this contest. It was a 25-23 win in that opening set. Very competitive back and forth. And then that second set was all Iowa State after a little back and forth at the beginning.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth until about the 10-point range where Iowa State just pulled away with a big run.
Now back after the Iowa State timeout. Van Zandt sends it away, and she'll get awarded yet another kill for Van Zandt.
Yeah, big block attempt there from the Cyclones. And again, Van Zandt, enough power to get that through that first wave. So we take another look off the fingertips there of Wachholtz.
Kill number 7 for Charday. And a block there from Varez and Stojanovic. It's a 9-2 lead for Iowa.
And they were in the vicinity there, but it looked to my vantage point, Colin, that it was possible that ball did not have enough momentum to even get over the net.
Oh, good point. I think you're right too. Thinking back on it. Keeping the point alive. The rally's still there. Violation off Iowa State. No, off Iowa. Took a minute to call that. Iowa State with a .93 lead for the Hawkeyes.
I think that was Marquardt earlier with that fantastic save. but again, didn't benefit them in that moment. 9-3 is the score.
We keep moving pretty quick here as this next point is underway. And a potential save, no good. Iowa now leads 10-3 after that point.
Yeah, this front line has done a fantastic job getting their shot attempts in places where Cyclone defenders are just not in the vicinity, as we saw on that previous point. And the Hawkeyes hitting double digits in this third set.
Already a 7-point lead for Iowa, and I kind of wonder between sets, what's the message to Iowa that they're already starting off this well?
I think it helps as well with less errors than they have in the second set, and it seems like they have the communication down, which was also an issue in set number 2.
It's definitely a major issue. We saw a few drop in very easily, could have been picked up. Iowa State with the point there, and now it's a 10-4 lead for Iowa.
That's another kill on the board for Aaliyah Goolsby, the freshman. She's having herself a day as well. Cyclones now within 6.
Ava Martin comes in for the serve and sends it away. Received by the Cyclones. Dig from Moisio. Tapped over by Vares. Van Gorp outside. Goolsby. And it looks like another violation from the Hawkeyes makes this a Cyclone point.
And the violations coming back a little bit for Iowa. Saw them creep up a lot in set number 2 for either team, really. I mean, in the first 2 sets, but Cyclones now cut the lead in half.
And it's an ace there from Ava Martin. Iowa State's cut their deficit, and they now trail 10-6.
And Colin, that's the first, I believe the first, no, excuse me. I'm looking here. Yes, I think 4th ace of the season. She'll get another one.
There it is. Now it's 5th for the season for her, as Iowa State now only trails 10-7. It's the 6th timeout, immediate timeout. They seem to not need too much time to regroup, Charlie. Oh, attack there from Vares, but a block from Iowa State's Goolsby, and they now trail 10-8.
Yeah, to add to your point there, Colin, I mean, you're in that situation where you've come back from a huge hole to start things off in set number 3, and you're already up 2 sets. There is not really much to talk about at this moment.
It's a 4-0 scoring run from Iowa State after they trail 10-3, and a service error from Ava Martin makes it 11-8.
Yeah, see if the Hawkeyes use this possession to their advantage as Moisio will serve. Trying to get things back on track there as the Cyclones have brought things back within reach.
Moisio, as you mentioned, with the serve there. McGrew on the outside, blocked by a pair of Cyclones, and it's now 11-9.
That was Amory Hendricks Walker and Tierney Jackson, who's seeing some of her first action today. As I alluded to earlier, 2nd in the Big 12 in hitting percentage with 436. As Goolsby will serve for the Cyclones, but I mean, back within 2. They've done a fantastic job fighting back.
Goolsby back there, as you mentioned, only 3 aces so far on this short season for her. And her team trails by 2 in the 3rd set. Sends it away just over the net. Looks like a violation from Iowa, I believe. Hit it with both hands there, double hit. I'm not exactly sure there, but Iowa State with the point nonetheless. I think I just missed it.
Yeah, we're going to look there. Amaral, I think, just got maybe scooping it a little bit too much. I mean, it's hard to look from that vantage point.
McGrew, a strong shot, but kept alive from Iowa State and out of play, so that should go down as a kill for McGrew.
That's, again, great communication by the Hawkeyes. Again, using your voice. Everyone on that team yelling out, and you'll see here, none of them even makes a play on it.
Iowa 12, Iowa State 10 here in the 3rd set. Iowa needs to win this set to extend this match. Looks like another violation off the net from Iowa State, and that point awarded to Iowa.
I mean, again, it's been a little bit of a trend today. A lot of errors for both of these teams. Hawkeyes the beneficiary that time.
Barrett back to serve, only 2 aces so far on her season. Redshirt sophomore transfer from Alabama, and not an ace but a service error, and a difficult one as that. It's Iowa's 7th service error of the day.
And that was a bad whiff from Barrett. It looked like she just completely missed the ball on that one, and the fact that he even got enough power to even get towards the net was surprising to me, but the Cyclones have it back.
Marie Hendricks-Walker with the serve, and it's another service error in return, and both teams now have 7 service errors.
And you saw that on the screen, comparing service errors from both these teams. We had that happen in the second set, Colin, and we had a service error immediately follow that pop-up as that one is past the baseline. Hawkeyes up by 3 once again.
It's a nice rivalry. They're not trying to make each other look bad. They're keeping the errors the same. It's another service error. Let's see if Iowa State returns over the next point. That's the 8th service error for Iowa. 15th on the day.
What in the world is happening right now, Colin? We've seen that's now 3 consecutive service errors on 3 consecutive points. And again, just a little too much power on that one from Marquardt.
Yeah, that one there from Marquardt. Morgan Brandt, and that one not a service error, so we're going to break the streak. It's Van Zandt on the outside, and she throws down the hammer like Thor for the kill.
That's a good analogy there, Colin. And I think especially coming off of those service errors, I mean, that's exactly what you want. Fitting it in that gap where there's no dig possible for the Cyclones.
If anyone has the strength worthy of that call, Sharday Van Zandt is definitely up there. Went up for the block, but it's overhead. It's a kill for the Cyclones as they now trail 15-13.
Yeah, Maya Duckworth says right back at you, Sharday, is you can get a powerful kill, I'll do the exact same thing, and the Cyclones pull it back to within 2.
There's our back and forth. We had the service errors, and now we have the back and forth of some really impressive kills. Back outside to Van Zandt, trying to return the favor. Blocked and saved by Van Gorp. Dig attempt from Iowa. Instead, the back row attack is good. And Iowa State now trails by 1.
I think that was Duckworth again with that kill, but a little bit less of a powerful attack there, but fitting it in that gap where the Hawkeyes were not playing.
Duckworth back to serve and try to tie things up in this 3rd set that Iowa was running away with for a while. Stojanovic sends it over, and she'll get a kill to keep the Hawkeyes out in front.
We've seen a trend now. We saw the service error trend. Now we're at the great kill placement trend, Colin. And that's an area where Van Gorp not able to make a play. Great placement on this shot attempt by Stojanovic, and no play had there. Hawkeyes in front by 2.
Perfect slide to the outside there as that one's set away by Claire Amaral. Outside, and it's a kill there. Iowa State returns it from Wachholtz.
Yeah, it looked like it deflected off of a Hawkeye defender there. Couldn't tell from my vantage point, but it looked like that one was going to sail out of bounds or possibly hit the inside corner, but Cyclones make it a 1-point set.
Well, it's the libero, Rachel Van Gorp, back to serve for Iowa State. 16 for Iowa, 15 for the Cyclones. Outside attack from Van Zandt, but won't be able to get there in time, and it should be an easy point for Iowa State, I believe. No point in either direction. Yes, this is an Iowa State point.
Yeah, that initial pass too far in front of Van Zandt, and she just tries to punch it over, but can't get it over the net.
16-15, Iowa leads. Carmel Varas taps it over. Back row attack, Tia's there, dig by Amaral. Varas sends it back. Outside, it's Wachholtz, and she'll get a kill to tie things up in the 3rd set.
Iowa State finally coming all the way back after that large deficit they had early in the 3rd set, and great kill placement once again. And that was Amaral with the dig attempt, and no Hawkeye in the back vicinity to continue to keep it in play.
Well, Iowa started this 3rd set with a 10-3 lead, and now we're all tied up 16 apiece. You see the kills difference there, 38 on the side of the Cyclones and only 26 for Iowa. Great number still, but definitely behind the Cyclones as Stojanovic will collect a point for her Hawkeye squad.
Yeah, it gets Iowa back in front, but you see that big kill difference, Colin. That mostly comes from the second set with the Hawkeyes losing by 12 points. And, I mean, besides that, I mean, we saw it in the first set, and we're seeing it now. It's been a pretty back-and-forth matchup.
Now, Alyssa Warden in for the serve, and she's going to get an ace as she appears into this game.
Hasn't seen much action today, as you said, Colin, but this is a player that the Hawkeyes expect a lot from. She came in today tied for 4th in kills with 53.
The redshirt sophomore, back-to-back aces for Warden.
Coming in today with 5 aces to 10 serving errors, and she already has 2 right off the bat, and we're going to get a stoppage here.
That's now 4 aces for Iowa, and a timeout. We'll take a quick break here on Big Ten Plus, but Iowa as we return from the break. Alyssa Warden with back-to-back aces right before the break, but comes out with a service error. And now Iowa State trails 19-17. Welcome you back here on Big Ten Plus. Colin Crithers alongside Charlie Fox, bringing you the action from Extreme Arena. Iowa State won the first 2 sets in this contest. Ava Martin back for the serve. And a kill there of Stojanovic yet again. And Iowa starting to have some fun with their lead.
Yeah, 20-17 now for the Hawkeyes. And back to your point earlier, Colin, with the momentum with the service errors. We talked about announcer jinx. There you go right there with the service error immediately after, but Hawkeyes answer.
And it's a kill there from Goolsby. Iowa State fired up as they now trail by 2. And I gotta say, Charlie, I think I have at least one announcer's jinx a game. It had to happen at some points.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. But how about Aaliyah Goolsby? Now 11 kills on the day. That gives her 99 on the season. We'll look out for her to get number 100.
Goolsby sends it away. And it's an ace for Goolsby this time. Iowa State trails by 1.
A few aces as well for Goolsby. I mean, she's been having herself a fantastic match.
The 7th ace from this Cyclone squad. She'll send it away again. Moisio to receive. Moisio to the outside. McGrew sends it over. Dig from Van Gorp. Tapped over and saved again. McGrew sends it away for a second attempt. Outside attack. And it's going to be ruled out. So a point for Iowa.
What a great rally from both of these teams. Saw a few spectacular digs right in front of the net there. And, man, I mean, coaches up for Iowa State, they're having conversation. It looks like they're going to challenge. I'm looking at that replay, Colin. It looked like Gia McGrew got a piece of that kill attempt.
It was a great...
Did sail out of bounds. I wonder if we're going to have a challenge here.
There's a great rally there. There's a quick conversation going on, but head coach for the Cyclones, Christy Johnson-Lynch, does have the challenge card in hand. As we take another look at it, oh, that might have been, and
the Cyclones.
Still a match point for Iowa. And he's all outside, and she gives Iowa the victory in the 3rd set. Goolsby, big there by Barrett. Her first set victory.
Hawkeyes with a set point trying to get their first on the board.
Crowd is on their feet here at Extreme Arena. Iowa looking for their first set victory in this Cy-Hawk matchup. Serve is away. Back row attack by Goolsby. Big there by Barrett. Moisio keeps it alive. Sent back over. Outside, Duckworth gets it down. It's out. No, it's in. They rule it in. And Duckworth gets the point and keeps this set alive.
Just inside. And I mean, again, from our vantage point, Colin, I don't blame you thinking that one was out of bounds, but keeping it, oh my gosh.
It was tipped.
Tipped by Amaral, so no matter what, was going to stay with the Cyclones.
Still a match point for Iowa. And he's all outside, and she gives Iowa the victory in the 3rd set. Hammers down the nail in the coffin for the 3rd set victory, and Iowa 25.
Be hard to stop them.
Well, we flip sides and are now underway in the fourth set here at Extreme Arena. Gouldsberry, and she will get the opening kill to this fourth set.
Yeah, Gouldsby just powering it past that Hawkeye front attack. She'll serve for the Cyclones as they get the first point.
Olathe, Kansas native sends it away. Outside attack from Winningstall, and it's a strong shot there for the kill.
Back and forth we go. Winningstall answers back with a powerful kill of her own. And I mean, again, just no answer there for the Cyclones.
Winningstall's 5th kill of the day. She's now serving it away. Back row attack from Gouldsby. Now sent over by Van Zandt, but right into the net there. A misfire, and the miscue awards Iowa State the point.
Yeah, that was going to be a hard setup to get a powerful shot attempt off. So Van Zandt just trying to comfortably get it over the net, but just misfires there.
2-1 lead for Iowa State. Same as their lead in the set so far. Tierney Jackson sends it away. Van Zandt on the outside, taps it over. Outside push, Van Zandt with the block, and she'll get the points.
One thing that has been a trend so far, Colin, today is if one of these players has an error or a mishap, they come immediately right back and answer with a spark of their own. Van Zandt with the block, Hawkeyes tie it up at 2.
Exactly what you want to see out of your team on either side. That was Van Zandt's second block. Now back row attack by Gouldsby, dig by Moisio. Sent over by Stojanovic. Outside attacks too long. No good there for Anne-Marie Hendricks-Walker. Iowa now leads 3-2.
Just underneath the ball a little bit on that shot attempt, and good on the Hawkeyes to not make a play on that one, as that one sailed well out of bounds on that one.
Amaral again sends it away. McCune there for the kill, and Iowa State ties it right back up.
Yeah, McEwen, great placement again. Like we talked about at the beginning of this set, in an area where there are not a lot of Hawkeyes. Marquardt can't get enough on it there.
Now back to serve is Morgan Brandt. Stojanovic up the middle. Saved by the Cyclones. Duckworth sends it back over. Stojanovic up the middle, gets it around the first set of blockers, and will get the kill.
Initial great save there from Gabby Deary to set up Amaral, who in turn sets up Stojanovic, and Hawkeyes now with their first lead of set number 4.
Alyssa Warden now in to serve for Iowa. She had a pair of back-to-back aces after and following it up with a service error. McGrew, the outside hitter. It's the brick wall of Iowa State's defense. McCune there for the block.
That was McEwen and Duckworth teaming up on that one, and nowhere to hide on that one for McGrew, and the Cyclones tie it right back up.
Speaking of Duckworth, she's now back to serve as we take another look at it there. Sent right back down. Perfect defense there on the front line. Now McGrew gets it past him this time, and now she's awarded the kill.
Again, talked about it just now. Didn't get that initial kill through. This time goes right back at it, and this time finds the gap. Hawkeyes back in front.
McGrew now has 7 kills. That's tied second on the team with Stojanovic. Van Zandt still leads the team with 8 kills.
A lot of a balanced attack here for the Hawkeyes so far in this match.
Yeah, Iowa's 4 players with 5+ kills compared to Iowa State with 5 players with 5+ kills. It's Aaliyah Gouldsby, who you would be expecting to lead the team in kills. She has 12 kills, which leads obviously both sides of this. As we have a quick pause of action here at Extreme Arena. Christy Johnson-Lynch talking things over with a few of her players. Now looks like we should be all set again here in the 4th set. Lana Moisio back to serve. Goolsby there, and it's just out. She'll miss out on the kill, her 13th it would have been. And Moisio will go back for another serve.
And that was a thunderous shot from Goolsby there. Just, again, can't keep it in bounds.
6-4 lead for the Hawkeyes. Goolsby on the outside will get the kill after Deary can't block it.
I'm going to keep mentioning it until it stops, Colin. Comes right back. Goolsby can't get it to go the first time. Immediately back. Gets the kill to work. Number 13 on the day.
Van Gorp with the serve. Whittingstall sends it over. And front row there, Tierney Jackson gets the kill.
Yeah, more action for Tierney Jackson in these last two sets, and the Cyclones tie it right back up.
Van Gorp sends it away again. Warden with the dig, and McGrew on the outside. Looks like a violation. Will give Iowa the free points.
Yeah, that one just saved off the ground by the Cyclones, but again, another violation. We've seen a lot of errors, a lot of violations today, and it's been the beneficiary of both teams as such.
Gabby Deary sends it away for Iowa. Gorp brings it back into play, and Goolsby there that sends it over. Blocked by a pair of Hawkeyes on the outside. McGrew, she sends it way far, travels a few continents, but it was tipped, I believe, and Iowa gets the points.
So that was one, Colin, where McGrew got two underneath it once again. But
take another look at that there, and yeah, I guess it must have hit the top.
Looks like
there.
It went off of Van Gorp in the back row.
Goolsby again, strong shot, and she fires one down for a kill.
Yeah, Van has to throw it back from the stands, and it's not like baseball where that's your souvenir to bring home, which that'd be interesting to bring a volleyball back with you.
Imagine it was the same idea. You get a volleyball, you get to go sign in after the game, you bring it home, you're taking a picture with. I mean, that would be fun.
Where'd you get that?
Baseball. Oh, yeah, I mean, where'd you get it? That'll be a fun story when you go home. McGrew on the outside hitter for Iowa, and she'll get awarded the kill. She's fired up for this Hawkeye squad.
Yeah, big hot run here for Gia McGrew. She'll come back to the bench, and hopefully that won't cool her down a little bit as the Hawkeyes up front by 2. Still in that range of staying just in front of the Cyclones like they saw in the third set.
Jamie Marquardt back in the serve. And it looks like an ace for her second of the day, or excuse me, her first of the day.
Yeah, that initial dig attempt from the Cyclones was a little too far and a little too close to the net for there to be a secondary attempt.
Marquardt back again. It's back-to-back aces for Marquardt, and it gives Iowa the 11-7 lead.
How about Marquardt, the beginning of the third set, and I mean, it's been a fantastic showing so far.
Marquardt, before the break, back-to-back aces, won't get one there, and instead it's a kill for number 18, Marie Hendricks-Walker.
Hendricks-Walker fired up after that one. Just fantastic power, gets it by the wall of Amaral and Whittingstall.
Field goal there, got it through the goal post. Serve there by Goolsby. Whittingstall on the outside, blocked by Iowa State. Van Zandt on the outside, and it's a dig. Ava Martin there for the dig, and then sent too far by number 3, Tierney Jackson.
I mean, as long as we're talking about field goals, Colin, would you think that'd be a double doink?
Here's a nice part. Any Chicago fan would have probably just gotten PTSD. I'm not a Chicago fan, so I'm
allowed, being from Chicago myself.
You just gave yourself PTSD for that.
Bad times.
Nice dig there by Barron, and they'll get the point. Barron keeps the point alive, and it's successful for Iowa.
And that's a miscommunication from the Cyclones as well. That looked like it was going to be an easy dig from Van Gorp. Just doesn't make a play on it, but a fantastic save by the Hawkeyes. Jumping up and down after that one.
Duckworth on the outside, kept alive, and just too short of a hit as Marquardt was trying to recover off that point.
Yeah, she was still trying to recover off of that dig. That she was in the range of that line drive shot attempt from the Cyclones, and just that would have been that was a very difficult return.
13-9 lead for the Hawkeyes. Marquardt to the outside. Van Zant off a couple of blockers. Iowa State keeps the rally alive. Sent back over. Duckworth is right there, and they'll call a violation on Duckworth, and Iowa takes the 5-point lead.
And Duckworth initially with a fantastic recovery to send the ball back to the Iowa side, but again, Hawkeyes just going back, and look at Amaral with that initial attempt, and then Van Zant sends it over.
Goolsby sends one too far, and Iowa will take their ticket to another point.
6 points now for the Hawkeyes. This is their largest lead of the set. I mean, dating back to the third set, we saw them have a 7-point lead, so nearing that territory.
Iowa starting to pull away a little bit, going into that immediate timeout. But Iowa State comes out with the point, and now it's Brandt back to serve. Outside the Gabby Deary, blocked by the wall of Cyclones. Point for Iowa State. Primarily their number 13, Lily Walcoats.
Yeah, Walcoats was there. I believe that was, yes, Pam McCune as well. No chance for Deary to get it over.
Double blocks have been fantastic for both sides so far. And it's paid off huge dividends. Gabby Deary, the outside attack. Received by Goolsby, back to Deary, sent back over. Iowa State returning the favor, blocked by Deary, but outside. It's a point for the Cyclones off Goolsby.
And Goolsby right back.
The fourth set of this Cy-Hawk series matchup. Iowa State leads 2-1 in the sets, however, looking to finish it out here in the fourth. Van Zant on the outside attack. Return from Iowa State, and a kill there by McQuinn.
Fantastic timing there between McCune and Brandt. The setup, the kill, seamless.
15-13, you brought it up a little bit earlier, Charlie, but if Iowa is going to fall to Iowa State, they'll probably be in that fifth set. They haven't lost without forcing a fifth yet this year. And now it's a kill from Stojanovic. And that makes it 16-13.
Yeah, Hawkeyes' first point since the previous two timeouts. And Stojanovic, great power on that shot. And Van Gorp can't make a play on it. Hawkeyes back with possession, up by 3.
Alyssa Warden back in for the serve. Outside attack from Walcoats, and it'll be a kill for her. 16-14 lead for Iowa.
And she's having herself a set. Colin gets her team back within 2. She's had a few fiery kills so far in this set.
Really been stepping things up with her 11th kill there of the day. Tied second on the team with Hendricks Walker. Gabby Deary on the outside sends it over. And right into the net off Walcoats. An error gives Iowa the 3-point lead.
And those are those areas where the other team's got to capitalize on that. And you wonder if the Hawkeyes will try and get back to their scoring run that they were on earlier in this set. Moisio to serve.
Outside is Goolsby, and it's right down in the campfire for a kill.
Goolsby now with 15 kills in the match. And I mean, this one, great placement again, goes right between the legs of Alyssa Warden.
Freshman not acting like a freshman out there. And now it's Whittingstall returning the favor, a kill of her own.
Man,
back and forth we go.
That's a few kills now for Whittingstall that maybe leaves a dent in the ground as Hawkeyes trying to maintain their lead. They're back up by 3 and speak too soon.
Service error.
Spoke too soon.
Gabby Deary. It's the 10th service error for Iowa so far compared to Iowa State's 7. It's Ava Martin back to serve now for Iowa State. Take a quick moment as everyone gathers himself. 2-point lead for Iowa. Amaral sends it over quick. Good save there by Van Gorp. Attempted block by McGrew, but no good to stop the Tierney Jackson points.
Yeah, McGrew deflects that one towards the sideline, and hard for Moisio to try to keep that one in play, but Tierney Jackson initially with a great kill.
Martin to send it away again. And it's a service error in return. The 8th of the day for this Iowa State squad. It's a 19-17 lead for Iowa.
This specific stat has been uncharacteristically high for both of these teams. Now 18 combined on the day. And I mean, it's another talking point where you look at that stat and you want to do better for both of these teams going forward.
Van Zandt on the outside, blocked by Iowa State. Anna-Marie Hendrick-Walker with the block there, and it's a 1-point deficit for the Cyclones.
And Jackson was there as well. Seen a lot of assisted blocks today, and these players are not afraid to get in front of these shot attempts.
And Schoolsby, the freshman, back to serve. Barrett there to receive. Duckworth on the outside, tipped by the front line. Van Zandt again, sending it over. Duckworth with the outside attack, taps it over into a campfire. Dig there by Barrett, keeping the rally alive. Outside here, tipped over. Moisio sends it over to Van Zandt. Unable to put much fire on it. Duckworth taps it back over. The rally continues here. Whittingstall. And now Duckworth again. Moisio is right there. Strong hit there, but not enough for Iowa State as they get the points.
Duckworth and Hendricks-Walker in front to block that Amaral kill. But I mean, what a rally. At one point it hit the face of Moisio in the Hawkeyes.
Action from Coralville, Iowa here on Big Ten Plus. It's Goolsby back to serve for Iowa State, trying to break this tie here, but instead it's Hannah Whittingstall for Iowa, giving the Hawkeyes the lead right back after the break.
And back with another powerful kill right down the middle for Hannah Whittingstall. Set up greatly by Amaral, and no chance for Martin to make a play on that one.
Now she's back to serve for potentially some very huge points here for Iowa if they want to send this to a 5th set. Amaral out to Van Zandt, blocked by Iowa State. Van Zandt tries again, right into the net. Now he stays alive. Hendricks-Walker there with the kill, and we're back to tied at 20.
How about the performance? That's 12 kills. She came into today with 27. She's been a fiery offensive performer for this Cyclones team.
Now it's a senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tierney Jackson, a transfer from West Virginia, sends it away. Stojanovic gets the kill, and the Hawkeyes take that lead right back.
10 now on the day for Stojanovic. Man, back and forth we're going here.
And at this point, we're going to keep it all right here. No timeouts left for either team in this 4th set as Claire Amaral sends it away. Duckworth on the outside. Moisio was right there with the save. In the middle, McQuillan for the kill.
An initial great save from Moisio, but McEwen comes right back. Set up nicely by Ava Martin, and no chance. Perfect placement. All tied up again at 21.
McEwen finds the campfire. As you said, 21 apiece. Van Zant sends it away. And it'll be a kill for Van Zant in return. We're going point for point here in the fourth set.
And Van Zant finally finds her way to get a shot through that front line of the Cyclones defense, and finally pays off as that attempt sailed out of bounds. Alyssa Warden to serve for the Hawkeyes, trying to force set number 5.
Critical points here for the Hawkeyes. Blocked by a front line for Iowa. An attempt again by Walcoats. A save kept it alive from Warden and sent back over by Amaral. Amaral keeps it up. Moisio outside. McGrew sends it over. Walcoats is there. Walcoats to hit it over. It's outside, and it's a point for the Hawkeyes. They've got a 2-point lead.
How about this Hawkeye team keeping this one alive? A few incredible digs on that point there, and Alyssa Warden diving attempt to keep it alive, and eventually just not able to keep it in.
How impressive was that from Warden, who now sends it away with her serve. Walcoats again on the outside, blocked by the front line. Vargas is there, 24-21.
Man, Colin, if you told me after set 2 that the Hawkeyes would storm back to not only make this a 2-1 set matchup, but be 1 point away from tying things up, I wouldn't have believed you. And man, we're in it right now.
Set point for Iowa. Walcoats is there. Moisio with the dig. McGrew the outside. And we're going to a 5th set in this Cy-Hawk Series matchup. McGrew with the kill. It's a 25-21 win. Replica of the 3rd set. And we're going down to the final sets here at Extreme Arena. Rival. We'll see who comes on top in this 5th set as we're underway here at Extreme Arena. Kept alive, long run, and now Walcoats sends it back. Winningstall, a kill opens up the 5th set from Winningstall.
She's keeping her momentum. That's kill number 10 for Winningstall. And I want to take a quick note, Colin. Remember, for set number 5, we're playing to 15 points. Not your usual 25, but Winningstall, fantastic kill to start things off for the Hawkeyes.
And with that shortened set, you gotta come out of the gates quicker if you want to walk away with a victory. It's tipped there on the line. It should be, and it is, a point for Iowa State, tied at 1.
Yeah, front line just gets a piece of that one. It looked like it was Goolsby that had that shot attempt for Iowa State, and you're maybe going to look it over. No, we're not going to look it over. So we're going to stay tied here at 1, and to serve Duckworth.
Receive is Barrett. Winningstall on the outside taps it over. Duckworth on the back row. Walcoats up to Goolsby. Goolsby again. Just too long. Iowa leads 2-1. And I gotta say, Charlie, I think whoever wins this match, it's gotta look really good on their resume.
Absolutely. I mean, both of these teams, like we talked about in the Open, a fiery start to the season, specifically for the Hawkeyes as well. Coming off of several seasons below 500, this is a real turnaround season for Jim Barnes and his squad.
And a misfire there from Walcoats, and Iowa now up 3-1.
Again, Cyclones in a little bit of a hole, but I mean down by 2 immediately off the bat. There's more worse that can happen.
Goolsby on the outside, blocked by Stojanovic. Goolsby again sends it over. It's Barrett there to receive. Van Zandt on the outside. Big there, and Goolsby on the outside, blocked by Iowa. Walcoats blocked by Van Zandt, but out of play. It's a point for the Cyclones.
And good job for Van Zandt for meeting that contact. Just gets a little underneath it, can't keep it in bounds. The Walcoats With a great shot attempt coming back off of that error.
Van Gorp with the serve, and a miss hit there by Stojanovic ties things up 3 apiece. It's an ace for Van Gorp.
I just said there was plenty of worse things that can happen immediately off the bat, Colin, and Cyclones agree. We're tied up.
Amaral to Van Zant, blocked by a couple of Cyclones. Van Zant tries again, blocked again by the same pair. And now it's a kill at the middle from Amaral.
Van Zant tried twice, couldn't get it to execute. Amaral just decides, I'm going to do it myself. Hawkeyes reclaim the lead off of a thunderous strike from Claire Amaral.
4-3 lead, as you were mentioning there. Amaral's now back to serve after her kill.
She's got 6 on the day, Colin.
Whew. And now it's a kill in return for Iowa State. Tied again at 4 apiece.
This one might go down to the wire here, Colin. We've seen it be back and forth all throughout. I mean, it's been this story for the entire match, save the second set. But I mean, for Iowa to climb all the way back and send us to a 5th set, it's been such an entertainment for all these fans here.
Van Zant with the outside attack. Kept alive by Van Gorp. Tapped right down by Stojanovic. 5-4 lead, Hawkeyes.
It's almost as if the Cyclone front line backed off, as if they didn't know that Stojanovic would be able to make a play on that one. You see the reaction from Hendricks Walker. She's like, I should have had that one. And the Hawkeyes back in front.
It's Alyssa Ward in the serve for Iowa. Strong shot there. Hendricks Walker for the kill.
She didn't have that previous one. Comes right back. Thunderous shot. I feel like I've said that a few times today, Colin, but it's true.
Valid.
It's true.
I mean, there's been some strong stuff on both sides. And again, for those just joining us here on Big Ten Plus, it's been a good one. 25-23 win in the first set for Iowa State, and that 25-13 win in the second. And now a kill just outside. It's a point for Iowa State as they're trying to avoid the reverse sweep from the Hawkeyes.
Would be the first time this season, and I mean, their first loss of the season came against Northern Iowa, as we mentioned earlier, where they lost 3-1. But this one would hurt a lot more.
And a net violation off the Hawkeyes, and that'll be a point for Iowa State. They take a 7-5 lead.
Yeah, that was Amaral up front. And
timeout for the Hawks Iowa program, and boys, it's showing in such a difficult competition with the Cyclones.
I mean, difficult indeed. You see, just saw the pop there. 15 kills for Aaliyah Goolsby. She's got 103 on the season. Mind you, this is the 9th match of the season for the Cyclones. So, fiery start for her, and I mean, Cyclones are trying to put this one away.
Goolsby sends it away. Up the middle, Stojanovic out of the break with a kill.
12 now on the day for Stojanovic. Another freshman who's made a massive mark. Excuse me, well, she didn't play last season, Colin. I don't know if she's a freshman. Sophomore. Took me too long to find that one out.
You're good. Moisio with the serve, blocked by the front line for Iowa. Duckworth on the outside, gets it across that front line. McGrew sends it over and out of play. Iowa's arguing that it was tipped, and it looks like Jim Barnes immediately goes to grab his challenge card.
And talk things over with the official. I mean,
now Moisio back for the serve. Duckworth on the outside. And not able to keep that one alive. Iowa State takes an 8-7 lead. As we'll take a quick little break in the action and flip sides in this 5th set after the 8th point was reached.
Yeah, Iowa State getting there first as Vira is making a play over by our camera crew. Not able to save it over by the crowd. And I mean, as we switch sides here, Colin, I mean, this matchup has been everything we've advertised. I mean, these are two teams that have had an incredible start to the season. Like we've talked about, only 3 losses combined to start the season, especially for a Hawkeye team that's been down in the gutter for several years now. This is really a season where they've come back at a very strong point.
Varez was there for the kill and set a block by Duckworth. Cyclones take the 9-7 lead.
And I mean, despite that point, it's still a strong start to the season for the Hawkeyes, but what a fantastic block by Maya Duckworth, and the Cyclones just need 6 more.
It grew on the outside, and she lands it for the kill and gets Iowa back within 1.
I mentioned it at the end of the 4th set, but how about the turnout for Gia McGrew? She's leading her team in kills after only having 6 so far to start the season. That gives her 13 today.
Career high day for her, or season high rather. Quick pause as Barrett now is ready to serve. Duckworth on the outside, blocked by Whittingstall, and Amaral butts. It's out of play, so Iowa State is the first to reach double digits.
Yeah, that front line gets a piece of it, just can't keep it in bounds. Off of the shot attempt, and this is Morgan Brandt to serve. She's had a big day today, hitting that 3,000 mark.
Whittingstall on the outside, dig there from the back row. Duckworth right to Moisio. Whittingstall up the middle, finds the open spot on the floor for the kill.
9 kills for Whittingstall. Back within 1 are the Hawkeyes, and we'll see some substitutions, but again, fantastic setup from Amaral, and Whittingstall again putting it in an area where there are no Cyclone defenders, which was near that back line.
Energy is amazing here at Extreme Arena, the best it's felt all season long, and though it's been short-lived so far. Brandt keeps the rally alive. Duckworth on the outside, off of Marquardt, and a kill for Duckworth.
And Duckworth again showing up at a fantastic point here for the Cyclones, and that gives her 8 kills now with 0 errors as well. So she's clipping at a fantastic point.
Exactly where this Iowa State team wants to be in this 5th set, up by 2. Van Zant, though, brings Iowa back within 1, fires one down for a kill.
That's another player in this match to hit double-digit kills, and how about Van Zant? Again, just finding that open spot. There was a lot of room in the front middle part of the court. No chance for the Cyclones to defend.
Walcoats on the outside, but isn't able to land it in. We're tied at 11 here in the 5th.
Man, this is what you watch Cy-Hawk matches for. Moments like these. Is that one not able to stay in bounds, and what a finish to this match we're having.
Blocked by Amaral, and it's out though, and a point for Iowa State.
Looks like it was possibly a net violation there from Amaral, and Cyclones will benefit from it, and Van Gorp will serve. And I mean, going back to the 2nd set, she was the one serving when the Cyclones went on that big run.
But to use a one right here, 3 points away from the victory. Great dig from Van Gorp. Seals a kill from Stojanovic, who's going to get a second shot here. Blocked by the front row. It's Goolsby there, and Iowa State up by 2.
Absolutely fired up after that one. And I mean, she's had 3 blocks today, and before coming in today, she only had 1 solo block. I mean, that was a solo block as well, and it looks like we're going to have possibly another challenge, or another review at least.
But it's a challenge from...
I mean, like I said earlier, Colin, you're at this point of the match. Why not just look at everything? You never know how the outcome can turn out.
Van Zant taps one over. Goolsby, a dig from Moisio. Van Zant again taps it over, tries to get it to land, but a dig from Van Gorp.
Wow.
Tapped over, keeping everything alive. This rally continues. Van Zandt gets it over. Received by Van Gorp. Another dig by Barrett, but out of play. Iowa State will get the point, and it's a match point now for the Cyclones.
Man, a few crazy digs by Iowa, but finally there. That's Hendricks Walker with another crazy kill
for Iowa State. Match point for the Cyclones. Quick break, and we're now set. 14-11 here in the fifth set. Van Zandt on the outside, fires and keeps this set alive with a kill.
I mean, if you want momentum to come back in your direction, that's a fantastic way to start things out as we see a few subs for the Hawkeyes. But how about another kill for Van Zandt on the board? She's got 11 now on the day. Amaral to serve.
As John Rothstein would say, grab your nitroglycerin pills. 14-12. Shot there from Goolsby, and that'll do it for this Cy-Hawk matchup. Iowa State wins in 5, and Christy Johnson-Lynch now 16-3 against the in-state rival.
And that'll be the third loss in 4.
Disappointing mistake from Anisimova. Trying hard to find her game, do anything.
Well, she's not going to plan at all for Anisimova.